Hello children, good morning to all. Today I am going to discuss about the first chapter, that is power sharing. Children, here power means not strength. Here power means political responsibility. So if you define power sharing is a political arrangement in which different communities, social groups or organs of government are vested with different responsibility. That means, so who are in the government? Children, as you know, in standard 9 we have discussed about democratic government. Means democracy means government of the people, by the people and for the people. Here children, I want to tell you, we are not taking part in government directly, but we send our representative and they take part in the decision making process, and this is exactly called power. Means this power doesn't concentrate, or this power is not concentrated in their hand only. This power, that means a political decision or responsibility, is vested or given various groups, various social groups like political party, religious groups, linguistic group, and various organs of government and levels of government, suppose state government, central government, local government. And this is exact meaning of power sharing. Here children, I will take the two examples, that is Belgium and Sri Lanka. Why I am taking Belgium, Sri Lanka? Because there are two countries where we see in one country there is power sharing, in another country like Sri Lanka the power is not shared. Children, just I am taking the few examples like India. If you take the head of the local government, he may be Sarpanch or he may be the municipal chairperson. Children, when they are given some power, means a power of construction of road and looking after the hygienic of the area, many functions or many responsibilities, and at that time they are very much happy. And children, if one person or one leader, one representative is not given any power, any responsibility, he becomes very unhappy or dissatisfied with the government. Exactly I am telling. Here Belgium, as you know, it is an European country, a very small country of Europe, where, and if you see the population and area of this country, it is actually in terms of area, it is smaller than of the state of our Haryana. If you know our state Haryana, so this state is having so just more than 1 crore population. So, and country like Belgium is having just little over 1 crore population. That means half of the population of our state Haryana. Now I am doing comparison of the state Haryana and our country Belgium. And this Belgium country, there are different linguistic group. That means they are called ethnic group. They are living in Belgium. First of all, I should tell you what is called ethnic. Children, ethnic actually social division based on shared culture. People belonging to the same ethnic group believe in their common descent because of similarity of physical type or of culture or both. They need not always have the same religion or nationality. I am taking an example. What is the meaning of ethnic? Children, if you see our country people, in our country there are 3 ethnic groups. Suppose you know, if people of North India like Pakistan and Haryana, Delhi, Punjab, Rajasthan, you see their structure is very different from South India. If you see North India, they are called Aryans, Indo-Aryans. And if you see the South Indian people, they are called Dravidian. Actually, their complex is very dark complex, and they are very small and very short height. And these two type, and more one type is Mongoloids. If you see the people of our northeastern states like Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, their people, they are having similarity of the people of China and Nepal and Bhutan and Tibet and Japan. This is the example of ethnic or ethnicity. Means their physical appearance is looking like one, but their language, religion may be different. This is called ethnic. So if you see the ethnic composition of Belgium, it is actually very complex. So it is very small country. It is having just more 1 crore, little over 1 crore population, and out of the total population, if you see 40% people in Belgium, they speak French, and rest 59% of population they speak Dutch, and the rest 1% of population they speak German. That means the ethnic composition of Belgium is very complex. Means out of total population, 59% they are Dutch speaking, and 40% they are French speaking, 1% they are German speaking. But if you see total country population, Dutch are majority. Who are majority? Dutch. Dutch means it is a language. Actually, the people of Netherlands or Holland, they are called Dutch, and Dutch is also language. In Belgium, out of total population, 59% they are Dutch speaking people. Dutch speaking understood? The people who speak Dutch language. And next 40% people, they are French. So next 40% they are French speaking, and they speak French language. And rest 1% they are very little bit. They are very negligible. They speak only German language. Children, the in country Dutch are majority. Okay, and minority who are, that is French. If you see the capital city means the capital of Belgium is Brussels city, and it is just opposite. Out of total population living in capital city Brussels, there are 80% people who speak French. And if we say in capital city, French are majority and they are powerful, and most of the people of France, they are in the government, and the rest 20% they are Dutch speaking. Children, here you should point out, you should remember that the Dutch people, they are majority in the country, but they are minority in the capital city. And wherever, so French people, they are minority in the country, they are only 40%, but in capital city they are majority, means 80%. And moreover, I am telling, the people of Dutch, they are not so educated or not so strong or not so financially sound. This is why there was tension between two groups, Dutch and French. Next, so here I am taking the example of Sri Lanka. You know, Sri Lanka is a island nation. It is just near to our India. So just few kilometers of southern coast of Tamil Nadu. It has also 2 crore people, about the same as in Haryana. Like other nations of South Asia, Sri Lanka has also diverse population. So like Belgium, it is also diverse, means different population. So, in Sri Lanka, the population or the composition of population is also like this, very complex. So, out of total population, the majority, they are Sinhala speakers. Sinhala means Sinhala is a language, and out of total population, that means out of 100, 74% people speak Sinhala language. And next, other groups, they are Tamil speakers. 18% people, they speak Tamil language. And out of the 18%, you know Tamil language, and Tamil is also Indian language, Tamil Nadu, the people of Tamil Nadu, they speak Tamil language. And out of 18%, 13% they are of own native Sri Lanka. How much percent? 13%. The rest 5% people, they are of Indian Tamil. That means those whose forefathers, they have gone to Sri Lanka during colonial period, means British period, as in labor, and they are called Indian Tamils. Children, I am here comparing two countries, Belgium and Sri Lanka, and the rest 7% population of Sri Lanka, they are Christians. Children, now I am telling, so if majority are Sinhala, 74%, and minority are Tamils, and Sinhala speaking people, most of the people, they are Buddhist, while Tamils, most of the people, and some people, they are Hindu and Muslims, and so the rest people, 7% of Sri Lanka, they are Christians, so who are both Tamil and Sinhala. Children, now I am telling, so now you understood two countries, Belgium and Sri Lanka. Now I am discussing majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Children, topic is power sharing. In power sharing, actual power should be shared, responsibility should be shared. It shouldn't be concentrated in few people hand. But what is seen in Belgium, but not seen in Sri Lanka. Now, in Sri Lanka, you know, so majoritarianism government was there. Means majority people, they are Sinhala speaker, and this country got independence from British period, from British rule in 1948. The leader of Sinhala community sought to secure dominance over the government by virtue of their majority, and almost all people, they elected Sinhala government and Sinhala from the government. Children, here after being elected, Sinhala people, they form the government, and in this government, they followed the policy of majoritarianism. What is the majoritarianism? Majoritarianism means a belief that majority community should be able to rule a country in whichever way it wants by disregarding the wishes and needs of the minority. Means the majority people, they want to rule the country in whichever they want to rule by disregarding, neglecting the needs and wishes of minority. Exactly it happened in Sri Lanka. When Sri Lanka formed the government, that government is majoritarian government, Sinhala government, and they neglected the rights and demands of Tamils. And this is called majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Now, so I have told you majoritarianism in Sri Lanka means there are various people living in the country, like Sinhala speaker, Tamil speakers, Sri Lankan Tamils and Indian Tamils. So I am telling here, in Belgium and Sri Lanka, I am comparing the two countries. In next topic, on next class I will explain. So in Belgium, actually in Belgium, power was shared, means all the groups social groups and political party, they shared the power. And in Sri Lanka, power was not shared. In Belgium, that smoothly the government was run by the people, but in Sri Lanka, the government was not run smoothly by the people. As a result, in Sri Lanka, there was civil war when Tamil people they not given any rights. Their needs and demand were neglected. Only majoritarian regime government was formed, and Sinhala people all got all the benefits. So Tamil people they clashed, they fought with the Sinhala people, and which led a civil war in the country Sri Lanka, but which was not seen in Belgium, because in Belgium power was shared smoothly, but whereas in Sri Lanka power was not shared, power is kept in Sinhala people hand. This led to violence, this led to disintegration of the country Sri Lanka. So children, in next class I will tell you what is the problem if power is not shared. If power is shared, the people will be happy, they will live happily, and government can run smoothly. If power is not shared, the country will create, or people will create various types of disturbance. Thanks children.